Namaskar and welcome to Golden Epaulets podcast by Pilots for Pilots. My name is Ronak and today's episode is indeed very, very special for me. Not just because I have a very dear friend on board here with us, but also she is the first female guest on our podcast. I am so glad and I am so looking forward to speak with Captain Priya Jain. Hello, Captain Priya. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you
It
for
means a lot.
inviting me.
Thank you. It means a lot that you're here. Well, I can't wait. And let's just, without further ado, go ahead and start talking to Captain Priya about her journey. Captain Priya, over to you.
All right. So I started my aviation career when I was just 16 years old, immediately after my 12th.
16.
Yeah, 16. After clearing my 12th examination,
Okay.
I jumped into this field, and none of my family members agreed because
Okay.
I belong to a joint family. There are 11 members in my family. So it was really a struggle back then to make them understand that I really want to pursue this
That you're
field.
serious about
Yeah, I'm
this.
really, really serious about this. And being a first woman in my family, I would say in whole community, I'm the first pilot. So I'm not having any background in aviation. So my parents were least aware of this field.
Right.
So, but luckily, they agreed, seeing the passion in
Yeah.
me that I really want to do this thing. After I got my license in 2009, there were no jobs. The recession hit the Indian aviation industry. So I was sitting at home for 7 years without job. Meanwhile, I joined one of the airlines as a ground staff. The reason being because I used to see pilots passing by at the airport in front of me. To keep that fire alive in me, I was doing that job.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as a ground staff, matlab, you were on this side doing
The
boarding.
baggage tags, issuing the boarding passes. So all that I did. I was even at the flight dispatch office also, where I used to interact with actual airline pilots. But that thing really helped me till date in forming my personality, my mindset. How should I, go about it, about the job altogether. So it was a good phase, I would say, even though I was struggling, but it made me who I am today. And then finally, one of the leading airlines came in with the vacancy, and I got through it. So this is my journey up till now.
That's wonderful. And this is
Yeah.
the 8th year you're working with this
Yes,
leading carrier.
that's right.
You're on the 320s.
Yes.
And how does it feel to put on that uniform every day? I just want to ask you that.
It just feels accomplished, you know,
Accomplished.
accomplished. Yeah, I've been like uniform was one of the major reasons I was eyeing for this job. I felt, this is so empowering. Holding that much power in
I
your
agree.
hands at 35,000 feet, being a woman, it it feels like you have got wings of zeal. So it made me feel empowered in my thoughts also when I wasn't donning the uniform. But when I don it, it
You
feels,
become a different person.
yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree to it.
you suddenly become very responsible.
I agree. I totally agree. The uniform turns you into a different person. You leave your personality aside and then you are in the uniform.
Yeah.
Captain Priya is not just a pilot, she's a mother and she is also a published author. She's written two books.
One book I have
One
published.
book, yeah.
Second I am working on.
She's working on a second
On the
book.
second part of the book,
Okay,
the
wonderful.
sequel.
What is the book called, please?
The book's name is Wheels Up,
Okay.
Tales from the Cockpit.
Tales from the Cockpit.
Yeah.
It's a fiction book.
It's a fictional book. It's about a pilot story
Right.
in a diary format.
Oh, wow.
Like one of the male, he's not a pilot in that book, aspiring one,
Okay.
and he gets a diary of a pilot lying at one of the cafes,
Uh-huh.
and he starts going through it. And now that diary changed his life
Wow.
and impacted his decisions in life. And it bursts aviation myths in each and every chapter. One or the other aviation myth is busted. It talks about gender gradient in the cockpit.
Gender gradient, right.
Gender gradient. Then it talks about how a women pilot balances her work life balance,
Right.
like work, professional and personal lives. and how she keeps juggling that act.
Right. That takes me to my next question. So, you're a mum, and on top of it, the profession. I would like to know, does it make you feel not enough like a mum, or, half of you is there, half of you is here? How does that take place? I really think
Yeah.
managing the home, the children, the profession, and yourself, I think that must be a lot.
It is a lot, but there comes the family support. That's what I believe. That's what I have a lovely family. I still remember after maternity leave when I went for my recurrent training. Can you believe whole of my family went along with me?
So I did.
So-
So for your first training, your whole family went along.
Yeah, my whole family went along with me. You know, like I was taking care of the child after coming back, but there should be someone to take care of me. So they were so thoughtful of it that at least I'm getting a familiar faces when I'm coming back from the training.
It's really
You know,
thoughtful.
they used to really take care of my food, and when they were there, I was very tension free while I was getting trained. My kid was taken care of.
I mean, shout out to your in-laws, shout out to that family, shout out to that husband that they
My
took such.
husband is my best friend, and I think without him, this role which I'm into, even the mother role also, he equally shares the load in the family, in everything. Like I still remember he used to change the diapers when I used to feed him, feed the child. So that equality is there in the marriage, and I think today's generation is phenomenal.
So, Captain Priya, you're a mum, you're a pilot, you're a mum, and you're a homemaker as well. I mean, you look after your
Yeah,
house as
look
well.
after the
You
house.
said you got married from a joint family to a nuclear family.
Yeah.
How does the magic happen?
So I have a full army of people working behind me. I don't do everything, each and everything personally, but yes, I coordinate
Okay.
and I supervise people. So that is there. And I have a very good family support. Like my in-laws, they're very understanding, very supportive, and that's how I'm able to take up this flying job. I think without them, I would not be a pilot. I would be sitting at home only. But that mom guilt is always there,
Yeah.
which you can't
I've
help
read
it.
so much about this mom guilt.
Yeah, that is all. I know my child is being taken care of at home, but when I'm flying the aircraft, his thought is always there at the back of the mind. You can't get rid of it. So that is there, but you have to deal with it.
You have to brave up.
Yeah, brave up. And I feel I'm fortunate enough to have a family like that.
Yes, you
Many women pilots are not having such support.
are. Women pilots, cabin crew,
Cabin crews.
ground staff who work odd hours. So yeah,
Correct.
you do need the family to step up their game.
That's right.
Right.
Because without them, it becomes very very challenging. Like I've seen some of my colleagues who are leaving their child, with the house helps or to some of their relatives. So I think I'm in a better off situation at least.
Absolutely. Blessed.
Blessed.
Very blessed, very comfortable position. But you do your fair share of supervising as well, like you said.
Yes,
Yeah, but you do keep tabs.
I do keep tabs.
You do keep tabs. Okay. Well, I was Captain Priya Jain. For you, part 2 would continue. Please keep watching Golden Epaulets, Aviation by Pilots for Pilots.